Do you understand that God is doing everything within the boundaries of His character to help you be His faithful child? Welcome to this, your daily 180 Bible study. I hope you have your Bibles, and I hope you'll turn them over to 1 Corinthians chapter 10. You have a responsibility to do everything that you can to remain faithful. But good news, if you are a child of God, God also is working behind the scenes on your behalf. I want you to look at 1 Corinthians chapter 10. There in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, by inspiration, the Apostle Paul talks about the example of those who perished in the wilderness because of their rebellion. And he says in verse number 11, all these things happened to them as examples, and they were written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the ages have come. In other words, we need to learn from their mistakes. And then he says in verse number 12 that we have a responsibility individually. God's not going to take your individual responsibility away from you. Verse number 12, therefore let him who thinks he stands take heed lest he fall. The individual who says, oh, I'm not going to have that problem. Oh, I'll never go down that wrong road. I'll never make that mistake. You better watch out. You better watch out. Satan has got his mark on you. You have a responsibility to make a commitment to be faithful. But good news, if you've made that commitment, God is working behind the scenes. Listen closely to verse number 13. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 13. No temptation is overtaking you, except such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able, but with the temptation will make a way of escape, that you may be able to bear it. Now, do you understand what this is saying? This verse is saying, Bill Haywood, you don't ever need to reach a situation where you say it's just too much. I'm never going to reach a situation where I'll just say the temptation was just too great and I had no choice. That's not true. The reality is I'll never face a situation, you'll never face a situation where you have to sin. It just won't exist. Now someone says, well, how's God do that? I don't know. As I've told you before, He doesn't go against our free will, but He does promise us that if we want to live free of sin and we want to escape, He's providing it for us. Join us tomorrow.